finding necessarily or this is what I find important for me.
So all of us have some kind of story of who we are. As much as it starts with you, remember it starts with me.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Joel Simmons back for another It Starts With Me. And, you know, my team and I, we were just thinking about this. It's just really interesting. We've been talking a lot about, finding your way, the pathway, or, aligning yourself, getting in where God is at and emptying out yourself so that you can become that greater individual. And, what it's all about, it's like, you have to give it 100%. There's a lot of different things that are going on inside of each one of our lives. And we find ourselves struggling to get to that point, that place that we desire to be at. You want to be that successful entrepreneur, and you want to have that family that is rich and filled with love and care. And, things are working out well inside of your life. And it's like, well, how do I do that? How do I get there? How am I able to overcome whatever it is that I'm going through? And it's like, there's a simple rule to it. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's easy. All things that are simple are not necessarily easy, but there is a simple rule to it. And that rule is give it 100%. I was speaking with my wife, and I just love this conversation that her and I had, because while we were talking, she was just explaining to me. She was like, you don't get an award. We were talking about, children and how children are getting all of these participation trophies. They're getting participation trophies. There's 18 teams inside of a league, and, because there's 18 teams inside of a league, all the teams get a participation trophy, and one team actually won. They get a winner's trophy, but you don't even know the difference, because everybody's walking away with a trophy. Everybody's got a medal around their neck. Everybody's getting a high five and a good job. And there's nothing wrong with giving a high five. There's nothing wrong with giving a good job. But did everybody really win? Are we supporting giving, are we supporting those that just kind of showed up? They just participated inside of the race. They didn't give it their all. They didn't give 100%. Some of them didn't give 100%. Some of them didn't even want to be there, and they were satisfied with just being on the bench. They didn't care. They didn't kick the ball. They didn't hit the ball. They didn't throw the pass. They just participated. They just put the jersey on. And many of us, we're just putting the jersey on inside of our life. We go to work and we just put the uniform on, but we're not doing the work. We go to school and we just take the book with us. We're not studying the words. Many of us are going home into our families, and we're just showing up. We're clothed with the name of the family, but we're not participants in making our house a home. Some of us, we're going out to church service, and Shirley Caesar used to say, you play in church, because we show up to church and we just put the outfit on. We look good inside of our nice suit. We have a nice pin inside of our jacket, and we got a handkerchief, and, we look good, but we're not living good. And the reason why we're getting stuck in mediocrity, and we're getting stuck there, is because we're not applying ourselves. We're not giving 100%. When I think about this, and I thought about this, because there was this time that Jesus was just like talking, and he was trying to help somebody. And he said, and this is in the book of Matthew, and he said, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and all things will be added unto you. And it's like, okay, well, what does that mean? I understand this means that, I need to look for God. I need to look for his righteousness. But all things, what do you mean by that? All things will be added unto me. So it's like, my success, is that what you're referring to? Yes. But when you think about like all of those verses that came before, he was talking about the sparrows of the field, and how he makes sure that they eat every single day, and the lily of the field, and how it was clothed with the most beautiful colors, even more than Solomon. When you think about that, it's like, okay, greatness is here, but what do I need to do? And that's when he tells it. He's like, first look for me. When you go to the job, stop looking for your supervisor or your boss. Look for me. Seek me out first. Do the things that I declare do first. Follow my commands first. And if you do that and give that 100%, then I'll make your job work. I'll make your relationship work. I'll make your sports work. I'll make your business work. That's what you want. You seek me first. Give me the honor. Give me the credit. Remember me before you remember anything else. Seek first my kingdom. Seek my name, my face, and I'll make everything else work. Don't lean on your own understanding. Acknowledge me first, and I'll direct your pathway. I'm going to make your crooked streets straight. I'm going to fix you, and I want to fix everything that you're doing, and everything that you touch will be like gold. Everywhere you step will turn to gold. Your business, it will come back threefold, fivefold, tenfold, hundredfold. I will give the increase. I do the increase. You don't give any increase. You don't have power to increase. You can't even control how tall you are, how many hairs are on the top of your head. You don't have any power over all of those things, and that's your body. So give me first. And then I thought about it. I was like, well, come on. You got to explain this on a deeper level. I need to understand even more about this. What is the level of expectancy for everything, for this first? And for this first, the level of expectancy, it is everything. You got to give God everything. What does that mean? So then I thought about that, right? So like, if you look at 1 Kings, it's in the 17th chapter, there was this little widow woman. And she's out there, drawing up some water. She's a widow woman with one son. And there's this prophet that comes by. His name's Elijah. He sits down and he communicates with her. And he's like, fix me some water. And she does, because there's water in the well. So she fixes some water. And then he's like, that's good. Now fix me something to eat. And she speaks to him. She says, as the Lord liveth, there is just a little bit of meal and a little bit of oil left inside of the cruse. And my intention is to make a little cake for my son and I. And we're going to eat it and die. And I'm like, I get it. I get it, Lord. I get it. I get it. We as people have the intention of doing the very least and just dying. I get it. Oh, I'm going to go to work. I'm going to put on my uniform and I'm going to hide in a corner because I'm just going to barely get by. I'm going to go out and I'm going to play sports and I'm going to tell people I'm on the team, but I'm not going to practice. I'm going to get an instrument and I want to tell people that I'm the number one, but I'm not going to practice. I'm going to get married, but when the going gets tough, I'm not going to become strong and work it out. No, I don't need to work it out. I'm tired of this mess anyway. No, I'll just trade mine in for another one. And it came to my mind, back what my wife was talking about. She's like, all these participation awards. It's like, no, you don't get recognized at your job for just participating. You get recognized for working. You got to work. You got to work at what you're doing. You got to give it your all. And that's what this woman did. She went and she listened to Elijah, and she went and she made that cake and she fed him. And when she went back, to her surprise, there was still meal in the vessel. There was still oil in the cruse. It did not fail. See, when we give God his first, he will not fail us. Good God Almighty, he will not fail us. We have to go to the point of no return. There is nothing left to give. We've given it all. This is called the point of no return. When you give it 100%, you give it 100% when you are working your job as if you are serving God. When you are playing these sports as if you are serving God. When you are building your business as if you are serving God. When you are loving your wife as if you are serving God. When you are giving your all 100%, you wonder why people are moving up in ranks and levels in the community, in their environment. It's because they're giving their all. They're doing more than everybody else. That's what they're doing. They gave 100%. Some of them are giving 110, 120. They're giving more. They're giving everything that they got. And when they give them everything, they start to take more and give that too. They're giving everything. And they reached a point of return, a point of no return. And that's like, when you think about that, that's what the Lord said. He said, my word, it has gone out and it shall not return unto me void. If I told you you'll be blessed, you'll be blessed. Why? Because you gave me mine first. You sought me. You sought my kingdom. Therefore, I want to add everything to you because my word is true. I'm going to give all this. So the reason why we're not successful in the areas of our life that we desire to be successful is because we're giving God second. We're giving those seconds. We made the food. We served ourselves. We put it in the refrigerator. And then the next day we take it out and we want to give God a cold plate. Stop giving God a cold plate. Give him a hot. Give him something worthy of eating, something savory, something that smells good. And when you do that, he'll give you all that you need. You got to keep it 100. So I don't know what you may be going through inside of your life, but it's time to start focusing and refocusing to give God everything. Give him 100%. And no matter where you are, remember this, as much as it starts with you, it starts with me.